The Seven Wives Inn Bed and Breakfast in St. George, Utah. If you do an internet search on haunted structures in Utah, this place always turns up, and it's kind of a mystery as to why. Workers at the hotel itself say that it's not haunted, but everybody else seems to think that it is. We came up here to find out why. The Seven Wives Inn. To the side is the President's building there, which was built at a later date. President's home from the side. Also a very big place. During our years of trooping around as investigators looking for places to investigate, we've stayed in a lot of bed and breakfasts. I would have to say that the Seven Wives Inn ranks right up there at the top as far as convenience, comfort, and service. It's just a very relaxing stop on the road. Words of excellence. TripAdvisor words of excellence all the way to last year. A wall is full of them here. Here, the Julia room. Right at the top of the stairs as we come up here. This was the only room they had left, and the smallest. On the side, very small room. Got a mirror, television, nightstand. Looks very nice. Window seat over there. I don't know where I'm going to set the equipment up yet. Another divinity there. This furniture's old. It doesn't look like it's all that strong. Not a bad looking room, it's just it's a very small room. Bathroom has a jetted tub. That could be romantic, I guess. And a vanity. And that's about it. That's about what you get for the price that we paid for this little room that we're staying in. That's not bad. So here's our setup here in Julia's room at the Seven Wives Inn here in St. George, Utah. I had to put the equipment over on like this little window box here. This room is very small. It's very difficult to run the equipment as it is, tie it all into a particular source. So we've got that running right there. One camera situated and watching that equipment in case somebody tries to mess with it or something tries to turn it off. Another camera and a cell sensor unit on the other side of the room, which as we swing around is watching the door and watching the REM pod, and another camera which is situated pointing back at that. We have also put one of our little Z-Moto units right here, tucked in at the bottom of the TV, and that unit is watching the door itself. Now that's a wireless unit that goes through to the wireless unit of the hotel. It's the only thing that is not self-contained here, that is not looped basically. And this will notify us in case somebody tries to come in through the room. These are really nifty little cameras for what we paid for them, 30 bucks a piece. We're going to use them on all our hunts now to watch our room when we're out. Now, nobody has reported that they've actually seen or heard anything here which is paranormal. Most people say that they just get a creepy feeling about the place and assume that, well, it must be haunted. We present the Seven Wives Inn. By night, infrared front porch. Historically, it's seen a lot, so the potential is there. But you could say that of all bed and breakfasts, that they're historic and creepy. After all, you are staying in somebody's old house. You could sit out here at night with a nice Jack and Daniels and Coke, and very nice, very, very quiet compared to Las Vegas. What a nice area. Very cool. By cool, I mean it's actually cool compared to Las Vegas right now, which is running in the 80s, even at nighttime. It's like 10 o'clock right now. Everybody's asleep inside, I suppose. Sure won't see that where we're from. What I immediately noticed upon entering the place was the smell. By that I mean the specific odors that are natural to a structure. You certainly won't find that in newer hotels. And that's not to say that they're bad odors. Personally, I find them to be very pleasant. But they are dated to the age of the structure. Our olfactory senses, like most animals, is the strongest sense that we have. It can bring back memories from dozens of years back of specific events that happened to us just by a particular scent.
As soon as I walked into this bed and breakfast, I could detect the scent of the logs and wood that we used to build it, as well as some of the scents that they're using to cook in this kitchen right here. Cinnamon, things like that, and it took me right back to the days on my old grandmother's farm in Arkansas, which was also a log structure. To me, those memories are very pleasant, but to others who don't have those memories, it might seem creepy.
And in the kitchen, they have a room, guest ice room, and refrigerator. It's open 24 hours. It's a door. Just open it up. Wow. What a place. This is like one of the dining rooms, filming it at night by infrared. Gotta keep my voice down because there's a lot of people sleeping right now.
This particular parlor room, which is downstairs and just right across from the main dining room, used to be one of the wives' bedrooms, but they had to convert it into another place for people to sit, I suppose. By the way, as with all B&Bs, the last part of that B stands for breakfast, and you do get a complimentary breakfast of, I can't remember, 4 or 5 items. My wife and I both chose something different and swapped it and tried it, and the food was actually quite decent. That complimentary breakfast and some of the bed and breakfasts that we've stayed in can be kind of a detriment to the bed and breakfast itself. Well, after a night of nothing, I was pretty certain that the creepy feeling that people are experiencing is pretty much all there is. But that turned out to be incorrect.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Good morning.
Yeah, there's something in here. That was very nice of you to show up, huh? It took you long, huh? So what happened there, huh? All night long you didn't go off, and now all of a sudden you decide to go off, huh?
6:41 the following morning, we got our first nibble on the line. And a nibble was all it was.
Well, that was pretty weak.
This hit we got was on the REM pod. REM stands for Radiating Electromagnetic Field. The REM pod is like a metal detector in that it produces a magnetic field of its own. It has to have a second magnetic field break that field in order for it to alarm.
Yeah, you can see that. Go ahead, can you set it off again? Huh? Yeah. Go ahead, talk to me. Go ahead, you set it off again? Yeah. Yeah, get close to it. Get close to it. Set them all off. Shows there's a little bit of activity here, you know? Yeah? What do you think?
Well, I know what I think. One light is pretty weak. As it moves up the scale and sets all 4 off, now we know that we really got something in the room. As it is right now, just a little something, but it's still something. And that was it. That morning after breakfast and after people checked out, we got permission from the housekeeper to go ahead and do a video review of the rooms themselves. I don't believe there's any review of all of the rooms in total posted anywhere else online, so if you're planning on staying here, this will help you out a little. These rooms are named after the names of the known wives, although it is also known that some of the wives room together.
This is the room next to ours, the Mary Ann room. Got a little couch. Nice bed. This one goes out to a balcony. Bathroom is pretty small. Pretty small. Got a shower. Yep. That goes out to a private balcony, and this door you can actually get out. You can look across the street to the Brigham Young house. This is the Harriet room. It's directly across from the Julia room that we're staying in. No carpet in this room. Has hardwood flooring. Looks like it's all original flooring. Nice bed. There's a balcony, a very small balcony on this one. Leads to outside front where you can look down. And they have like a tub. Not a whirlpool tub, just a tub. I think we have the only whirlpool tub in the Julia room. A lot of antiques that adorn these rooms. The 4-poster bed is unique.
had something to tap that sheets.
Oh
down
yeah,
there.
yeah, it's got a rail.
Yeah, nice.
Yep. So this is the Jane room. I have to film the sign here in infrared because it's too dark. But this is the attic room. Let's see if I can turn the IR off here. Yeah, there we go. Enough room to film inside. This is the attic. This is where the women hid themselves at. Had a secret entrance to get up here. It's actually quite nice. In the pictures it looks much smaller than it actually is. It's got a full or a queen size bed and kind of a trundle bed here for a kid or something. And
Single bed.
the bathroom here is slope ceiling. Rather small. There we go. Got like shower, tub shower is what it is.
That's pretty much the same in all.
I love these wood flooring. It's a bit of a climb to get up here though.
Let's go.
Yeah. This door was shut, right? The door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So here's the steps to get up now that they've put in. Here, can you take this? You know what's in there, so be careful.
Yeah.
Stairs in this house are very small.
Great.
Pulling equipment up this. Good luck. So going
Melissa.
the other direction is the Melissa. This is a 2-bedroom suite. Has a smaller bedroom.
Look at that window frame. Look at that.
Be a little claustrophobic in this thing. Does have its own separate TV though. And yep, stained glass window going into the bathroom. Again, has a tub. Going to the main room,
Frame.
has a 4-poster bed.
That is amazing.
Oh yeah, the window frames. Look at that. Look at that wood.
What?
Isn't that beautiful on both windows?
But we can
Fireplace in this
renovate,
suite.
renovate the house and put all of
And
these
looks like
things.
we got a separate, got 2 different bathrooms on this one. The other one is a stand-up shower, kind of like. Big shower head up there. And it goes out the outside door here.
They close it.
It'd
They
be
don't want
locked
you to
up.
jump down.
Yeah, got a big balcony out there. No, I think that you can go out. Big wardrobe. Leading back out. Very nice. All these rooms are very nice here. That's our room there,
That's
the
the only
Julia
one
room.
with a
That is
nice-
stairs. They told me that's an add-on. It's not part of the original structure. Could be why we're not getting much activity in it.
That's the only one that has. That's probably the master's bedroom.
That could have, well, I don't know. I think
He's the
he
only
most
one
likely
with a
stayed
nice
downstairs.
window frames. Be careful, put that down.
Yeah, stairs going downstairs are very, very narrow. And the railing is built for someone that's about Jan's height, about 4'10". Alright, so now we're downstairs. And this is the Lucinda room, which is on the right. Directly after you come in from the front entrance. Nice bedroom. Looks like it has a door to the outside. And a little fenced place here. You look through there. Looks like this room may be below ours. No? Bathroom. Again, there's another, it's just a regular tub. Stained glass window blocking so people can't see it. And each one of these has like a little thing telling about some of the women that lived here. This one is for Clorinda. It's in script, it's pretty hard to read. Whoever did it had some really terrific handwriting. Just for looks. China hutch. Nice stuff in here, I can tell you that. Organ, I photographed this last night by infrared. Looks much more impressive in the daylight. So this is the Sarah room. This is the room that has the Model T whirlpool in it. It's on the ground floor. And the car's room is actually named the Susan room. Got a little mural on the side of Jim's garage.
A car.
I told you.
Car tub. Cool, 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 cool.
Yeah, next time maybe we'll try to get this one.
Yeah. Jim's garage.
Has a mirror right next to the bed. Looks right across the street to Brigham Young House. Antique gasoline pump. And a second smaller bedroom for a child. No mirror on this one. Very nice. Fireplace. Very nice. Old Victrola. Headboard of the bed has different items of, looks like lingerie. Can't really tell.
At around 12:30, after our continental breakfast and checking the other rooms out, we return to our own room. As we open the door, the Zemoto web-based camera alerts us to entry.
Yep, it just does. It's okay. It just does. It does.
A few minutes later, the REM pod would go off again.
So you wanted to test?
What?
What went off? REM pod.
REM pod.
Again?
Yep.
Right after you came out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's got something to do with this light.
There was a switch there on the wall that went to a light above. I flicked it a couple of times. It produced no effect.
Nope.
Well, that little bit of excitement over, we proceeded to leave again. This time, we would be gone the remainder of the day, visiting museums around town and doing a little hiking. The room is on its own. 8 minutes after walking out, the REM pod goes off again, this time for a lengthy period. And again, 10 minutes later at 1:10. And 1:30. to a clock. Well, you get the idea. The REM pod went off a total of 9 times while we were not in the room, as opposed to 3 times when we were in the room, which is totally disproportionate according to the law of averages. It did appear that it perhaps went up to 2 lights a couple of times, but it was difficult to see from the distance of the surveillance unit. Although 2 lights is more convincing, it's still pretty weak for an EMF field. One evening in a conversation with Michael Brown, who gives the haunted ghost tours in Old Town San Diego, he told me that he felt that you could tell what the sex of a spirit had been by the strength that an EMF detector puts out. For instance, a K2 meter that pegs all the way would have been a male spirit. One that doesn't peg but perhaps halfway would be female. I'm not certain that I buy into that. It certainly doesn't have any empirical data to support it at all. But it is a curiosity. If that's the truth, then what we would be looking at here would be a child spirit. Curiously, some of these hand-printed descriptions of the wives that occupied the rooms and their history does say that some of the children died at a very young age from childhood diseases. I do not recall reading about any adult deaths that allegedly took place on the property. For us, the Seven Wives Inn bed and breakfast was a relaxing stay, and we'd like to stay there again, except the next time we intend to stay in a room that was part of the original structure. As far as the add-on Julia room, we gave the room an activity level report of low and consistent. Consistent because we got a reading every single day on the surveillance whether we were in the room or not, and low because the readings were actually quite low. Weak, but still there.